players. Today we're going to talk about how to take down Rashok the Elder in Aberrus the Shadowed Crucible, the new raid in World of Warcraft Dragonflight. Rashok is a pretty simple encounter with very little room for mistakes. You have to kite him around the outside of the room as he leaves pools of lava around, and if you bring him to the middle, he begins a transition that you only want to proc so often. Charge Smash is his first ability. This is a soak mechanic that leaves a big dot on everyone that gets hit. It also does massive damage, so you almost need everybody in the raid to eat it, or else it's just going to be too much for some players to live through. He's also going to periodically target a player with a big red circle, and then he'll leap to that target and leave behind a lava pool. All up lava pools will then erupt waves that you have to dodge or take a dot. If any of these pools overlap, it will radiate out damage to the raid until it's a light. This boss has one of the hardest tank busters I've ever seen. It is a triple attack that he unleashes in a random order. It will be 2 repeated and 1 unique. So it'll either be an earth or a fire attack. Each attack increases the damage taken by that same attack by a significant amount. And so the tanks need to be watching his cast. The off tank needs to taunt as soon as the boss recasts something that it's already cast. So if it does fire, earth, fire, on the third fire, the off tank needs to taunt. If it was fire, fire, earth, the off tank instead needs to taunt on the second fire, eating both the fire and the earth. If you mess this up, the tank is going to die. Another thing to consider is that whichever tank takes the final hit from the combo needs to then not be tanking the boss for the next combo to start. It's possible you'll still have the debuff from the previous combo if you were the last tank to take a hit. This could result in the same attack hitting you that hits you at the end of the last combo, and then you'll just die. This means that whichever tank takes the last hit needs to be taunted off of, and continue to make sure that whoever he is hitting is the one whose the debuff's going to fall off of. Rashok will occasionally do a wide, dark cone that does like 1,000,000 damage that absolutely needs to be avoided. So he'll turn to the side and begin this massive purple cone. Everyone needs to get out of that. Doom Flames is going to put a bunch of soak locations all across the map. You just need one person in each soak location or it's going to be a raid wipe. This boss is constantly gaining energy, and if he ever gets to 100, he's going to do a raid wipe. If you drag him to the center of the arena, it stuns him and drains all of his current energy. You can do this twice, and then the center breaks and you can't do it anymore. This results in you needing to drag him into there at about 90% to 97%. You don't want to risk getting him to 100, but you don't want to do it too early and lose the center pillar. That's going to be your hard in-range mechanic. While he's stunned, he's going to be constantly putting out these red swirls that deal a lot of damage, and he's radiating out damage. This is a massive healer check, and you need to avoid damage as much as possible. You can fully DPS the boss during this phase, just don't be in the middle circle, and don't take any of this unnecessary damage. Healers need to save their cooldowns to deal with that stacking debuff. The start of this is not going to be too bad, but by the end of it, you're going to need some massive healer cooldowns to keep the raid alive. The end of this fight is a massive DPS check. You can't use the center to stun him anymore, and he's gaining that 100% energy and just channeling into the raid for massive damage. You absolutely have to take him out at this point, so there's a butt-clenching moment as that bar reaches the top, but you manage to take him out and kill Rashok the Elder. I hope this guide helped your raid figure out how to take out this boss on heroic difficulty.